Hi Ryan, how you doing? I've got your magazine ad up here, really looking good, looking good. I want to address your writing a little bit because there's some things in your ad I think that were done. You made some really, really good decisions, and I want to address those. Just trying to see if there were any questions in here. I don't think. Let's go ahead and jump right over to the ad, which I've got right here. Let me move that so we can see it beautifully. There we go. That fits perfectly in the window, right? But I think I'm just going to bring it down a little bit just to make sure it fits. And excellent. All right, now let's go ahead and talk about what we have. It's an excellent ad. I think the simplicity here just rings volumes to the effectiveness of the ad. So a couple of things I would recommend. I think that a little bit text heavy through here. I would consider trying to condense some of this type into a shorter paragraph. Um, as a matter of fact, you can probably, yeah, once you condense this bullet list right here, it's formatted, in terms of typography, it's formatted a little different. This is not a typography class, but I do want to bring to your attention some typographic norms that I think we should adhere to. So right now, I think that the ad mechanics is great, right? I think one of the neat things about this ad is there's two roses here, and there's a single chair, but there's no one in it. So I think psychologically the viewer says, okay, they're off together somewhere, right? Which is fantastic because that's the idea, is to mingle as a single, right? So I think that's a really neat psychological message right there. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering if you can't take this roses, kind of flip them over so the leaves are on the top, and then place them over here somewhere. Maybe take a selection of the sand and duplicate it so you put the roses there. You can place parts of the sand over the roses to make it look like there's two roses kind of sitting maybe a little bit embedded in the sand right there. So it would give more of a really direct relationship to the individuals that are on the singles excursion and these two roses. Do you see what I'm saying? Try it. I think it's going to be a very interesting technique. Now, as far as the mechanics of the ad itself goes, I think everything is excellent. I think the typography, a couple of things. I think these are too wide. These type boxes are a little too wide. I would rather you go to the width of the bullet list. So you'll decrease the width of that text box to about something like that. Now, technically, a bullet list should not have these little dashes. It should have bullets, actual bullets. And also, technically, those bullets should hang over the edge of the left margin. So this type right here, the 10, the F and free, the O and 1, the 3 and 30, that should all be in left alignment right here, and those bullets should hang over the margin to the left. One thing I think, if the color of the type is a little bit, it's black and it's pure black, so it's advancing in the composition. It's not playing well with the composition as much as it's advancing into the composition to the point where it appears this type has been placed on the composition as opposed to incorporated in the composition. I hope that makes sense. Easy fix here. A couple of different things you can do. Select your type and either use the purple. That's a great fix right there. That's going to cause this type to recede a little in the composition and give more of a reciprocal relationship from to type and image. Or the other option is to select white. Now you might find that white is going to advance too much as well. Likely pure white will. So there's a couple of different things you can do. You can select your type and sample one of the highlight areas out of the sand. That'll provide harmony, color harmony with the type and the image itself. So that'll preserve page harmony as well. It'll also lighten this up to the point. Now, pure white, try pure white. I would try that first. It may advance too much in the composition, getting the same result as we get here with the pure black. So another option is to, as I said, you can select sample color out of the sand in the highlight area. Another option is to use white, but add a little bit of gray to the white. When I say a little bit, I just mean a touch of gray. We don't want gray type, but we want white type that's just offset just a little, just to make it recede a little bit in the composition so it doesn't advance as much as pure white. I have a feeling that pure white is going to advance quite a bit, but try it. It might work just perfectly, but try it. Those are my only recommendations. I think other than that, it's beautiful. But one thing I would recommend is let's take a look at your right and left margin. Right now, the address is so close to being in alignment with this left margin that it's all you got to do is nudge it in a little bit. It's going to entail this type encroaching on the logo. I think the logo is a little bit large anyway. I would reduce the logo size. That way you can pull this in and watch that logo. Right now you're too close to the right margin. Again, as long as you're right here, you might as well get some alignment. So let's try to get it aligned with the probably the longest line time right there, the E in time. So let's get that. So that's just going to entail moving that a little bit and reducing the size a touch. All right, those are my recommendations. A fantastic start. Really, really great start. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to resubmit after addressing some of these things, if you want to make some changes, that's fantastic. I'll be glad to provide additional comments. First and foremost, though, please let me know if you have any questions at all. All right, great job. Thank you.